Now the Raptors moving it up. The finish. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over any more easy points like that.
Now here's Hinrich.
Really good defense, but you got to set better screens than that offensively.
Patterson, the screen. Here's Dimes. 16 points for him. Hits some room on the way in, and the bucket's good. Dimes got 18 points.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Lou Williams is checked in for Toronto. The Bulls also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. And McDermott's subbed in for Dunleavy. Now here's Butler. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Hope can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now.
Doug McDermott was a high school teammate of Harrison Barnes back in Ames, Iowa. They helped the team win 53 straight games and back-to-back state titles. At the time, Barnes was seen as the surefire NBA prospect, but McDermott became a superstar in his own right, playing for his dad at Creighton.
Here's Dimes following the basket by Doug McDermott. Here's Dimes, defended by Butler. Here's Hope. Butler with the block, and he gets it back. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by Butler. He dishes it to Hinrich. .43 seconds left to play in the first.
Kirk Hinrich in his 12th season out of Kansas. Remember covering this guy in college, John. Still a quality defensive combo guard. At 6'4", tremendous IQ and anticipation really helps him at the defensive end. And he's, I think, a little underrated offensively, too.
James Johnson's checked in for Dimes. So he comes up empty, missing both. Toronto leading by 7. The wide open look here for DeRozan. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And Hinrich playing big numbers for the Bulls last season. Steve, his shooting percentages have started now to tail off over the last few years.
You know, I think his defense is really what keeps him on the court at this point, Kevin. Offensively, still a good playmaker and a decision maker, but he's not going to be a big scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Dimes, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Lou Williams. Now here's McDermott. DeRozan defending. Butler attacking. Over to the left wing. Goes back up. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's the Raptors. They're up by 10. And welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Toronto.
Tell you what, guys, they're showing us a lot of energy early on and racking up those fast break points.
And the other thing they're doing is forcing a lot of turnovers, and that's helping them to get easy points at the other end.
Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Dimes. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And the Raptors with the ball. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Gentlemen, a close partnership between Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau and center Joakim Noah. Noah said, quote, "The way each of us sees the game can be totally different, but he'll fight anybody to win, and I will too." Noah says Thibodeau's changed too, adding, "He's opened up a lot more, asking how we're doing, what we're thinking." Kevin?
They're really the backbone of that team. Thanks, Doris. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Noah, the second chance effort. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his third rebound tonight. Here's Hope.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we do that.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Noah with a screen for Rose. Right side Rose. 11 feet out and he hits it.
It's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
Here's Dimes, guarded by Heinrich. Passes it to Lowry. Here's Hope. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Not a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs. They had home court advantage in the first round as well.
And it's Rose missing. Raptors leading by 13. Here's Dimes. He's got 23. The shot no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Mirotic sets the screen for Gasol. Back to Rose. The dish to Mirotic. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Rose. He tries for 3. That doesn't go either for Rose.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
Well, the Bulls ran into a solid Wizards team and lost in the first round of the playoffs. It looked to me like they might have been worn down, and I think a healthy Bulls team with a little more depth is definitely a threat to go deeper this season.
James Johnson's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Chicago also making a switch. Mike Dunleavy, who's checked in for Kirk Heinrich. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And Toronto making a change here. Ross is checked in. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, guys, Tom Thibodeau had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, "If you don't see a good shot, find someone who does." I'm sure Coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Hope. And it's good. Dimes got 9 points in the quarter.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
Gasol, a screen on Lowry. Rose passes to Gasol. The feed to Mirotic. Jacks up a 3. The shot is off. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Kyle Lowry, an unrestricted free agent this offseason. Last year playing really well in a contract year. The question is, can he maintain that level of play now with this new deal?
Here's Rose. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Gasol dishes to Mirotic. Now here's Rose. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Raptors leading by 17. Here's Dimes. Rose with the double team. Ross on the wing. Pass to Dimes. A three ball. And again, Toronto with the triple.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
This all setting the pick for Rose. Patterson against Gasol. Rose kicks to Dunleavy. No good on the triple. Toronto's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Dimes, covered by Noah. Fires from deep. That's good. 35 points for Dimes.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Rose passes to Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his third assist on the night.
Now the defense just couldn't get a hand in his face, couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time. We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. McDermott comes in for Mirotic. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Mike Dunleavy. Pass to Patterson. And the shot is good.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Rose dishes to McDermott. Outside Rose. The kick outside to Butler. No good with the triple. Here's Dimes. Up in time. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Coach Casey, obviously it's early in the season, but how would you say this team is shaping up in terms of its chemistry and personnel-wise?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback.
Some fantastic numbers here for Dimes. He has 35 points, and those 4 three-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
Well, they'd be in a much different position in this game if he wasn't burying those long balls.
So for Chicago right now, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. The inside at the 4 and 5 are... Oh!
Look out! Wow!
Assist from the rim rattler.
It's just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Yeah, that is Showtime stuff right there. Major highlight reel material.
And there's the pass to Dimes. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Joakim Noah did not like that one.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those.